What's up, guys? It's Ralph with Pondscapes out in not so sunny Arizona right now. And that's why I want to talk to you. It is sprinkling on me, and tomorrow, guaranteed, I'm going to get some phone calls about water features not running. And I'm going to tell you why. Big chance is it's your GFCI. What in the world is a GFCI? I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to show you how to fix that. And chances are we're going to get your water feature or pond back in action. One of the most common calls we get after rain events is, hey, my water feature is not working. Is that a big deal if you've got a fountain like this behind me? No, it's not a huge deal other than you don't have your beautiful fountain up and running, but it is a big deal when you have fish relying on that circulation and oxygen to keep them happy and healthy. Now, why would the GFCI trip? Well, good chances are there's just a lot of moisture. Sometimes the outlets are just in the open elements and water gets down inside of them. So it will trip, and it might take a little bit of time for that to dry out so you can reset it. They're very sensitive, so moisture in the air is a big factor. Also, lightning strikes will cause a surge in the line and cause them to trip. So those are typically the two factors that make them trip. Now, if you have a problem with your pump, that will also cause them to trip. But if it's just right after a rainstorm, chances are it's just the moisture and it's time to push that button and get you back in action. So let's check out what a GFCI is and how to reset that. Okay, so right here is my ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. Now what will happen in a failure, this upper button will pop out. Now you won't be able to see it, and what we've got to do is we've got to push it back in. Now I'm going to show you how we do that. Now when we push that button back in, what we want to do is we want to take the load off the circuit. In order to reset this, we just push this upper reset button. Now sometimes your finger might be a little too big to reset it, or it might be sticky and you can't push it all the way in. So I use a little screwdriver. I'm going to push it back in and it clicks. When we hear that click, then we are in action and we'll plug our pumps back in. And when we see illumination or the pump is running, we know we're back in action. All right, so you might be thinking, Ralph, what's the dealio? My feature still isn't running. I pushed that GFCI button. Well, I'll show you what else you can check. Here is our breaker panel. And what we want to ensure is that these breaker switches are completely in the on position. Sometimes when they trip, they just barely trip. So what we want to do is ensure that it goes all the way off, turn it all the way in the on position, and then we'll go check our GFCI again. So now that you've checked your breaker, you go back and check your GFCI, guaranteed sometimes that GFCI will be up and running again, and then you just plug your pump back in. Now, important tip, you want to make sure everything is unplugged where there is no load on the circuit. That way it resets, no problem. When you plug your items back in, your pump or your whatever else is controlling your pond, if you trip at that point, then it's time to make a phone call. But if you've followed these steps and everything's been working properly, chances are you're going to be up and flowing again, and the fish will be happy, and you don't have to make those emergency phone calls. I hope this tip has helped. Please let me know if you have other questions regarding pond maintenance or functions of systems, and I'll be glad to reach out to you or make another video on that topic. Until next time, I hope everybody has a great day.